What's going down, everybody? My name is King. Some of you know me from the music game. Some of you know me from the acting. This is my new hobby. This has actually turned into a business, and I have an amazing story for you today about how I got into this. It was kind of by the grace of God, but I'm here today to talk to you about electric skateboards. And I don't mean just any electric skateboards. I'm talking about the highest, most top competitive boards in the industry. This is my story. So February 2020, the end of February, I was out in Miami. It was my lady's birthday, February 26th. And we're out in Miami. We were down at South Beach and we're in a Porsche that I rented. I'm a big Porsche fan. And I got the top down, we got the windows up, and we're in stop and go traffic coming from South Beach, Miami to the mainland, downtown Miami. And I see this kid, probably late 20s, zoom by me. I'm talking right by me in the bike lane. And me and my girl look, and I'm like, whoa, I didn't even see a motor on that. That kid's hauling ass. Like, did you see that? And he's carving back and forth, and I'm watching him as he's just zooming by all of the traffic, right? So I'm like, that was cool. That was real cool. I knew nothing about electric skateboards at this time. They're still relatively new to the market. So anyways, I touch down into downtown Miami. I pull up to a light and I see the kid. And I roll down the passenger window and I said, hey man, I said, is that board got a motor on it? How the hell were you going that fast? He was like, yeah man, it's the new Halo Beast. This board right here from Halo Boards, an amazing board. He's like, yeah, it's the new Halo Beast. You should check it out. Go to haloboards.com. So needless to say, me and my lady went and had our fun for her birthday. I got back to the hotel room. I instantly jumped on my phone. Put into Google, Halo Boards, Halo Beast. So the webpage pops up. I'm seeing that they got ranked 2020 #1 board for year 2020. So I'm like, okay, I'm reading about the specs. It says it gets like 25 to 28 miles per charge. It's like a 3.5 to 5 hour charge time. It's saying that the top speed's 26 miles per hour. It goes up 30% gradient hills. So I was really intrigued. So when something popped up on the webpage and it said like $200 or maybe $400 off the board, I think it said, something like that. One of them discounts popped up. So I take the discount code, I copied it. I went to checkout and I went and bought myself this board, this Halo Beast. So it was brand new to the market. And still anyways, we enjoy our time, our next 3 days in Miami. Everything was fun and laughs. We enjoyed my lady's birthday. I get back down to Phoenix, Arizona, where I live, and my board is waiting for me when I pull up from the airport. So I'm super excited. I take the board, I bring it inside, I put it up on the counter, I unbox it, I start checking it out, and I was just excited, super excited to ride this board that I saw this kid hauling ass on. So needless to say, I took the board out. We've got some amazing streets outside. We're kind of in a real rural area. So I took the board outside and I just started getting comfortable with it. Started riding it up and down the street, started carving, started making my adjustments on it because I'm a heavier rider. I'm 6'2", 225. So I started making my adjustments on it so it felt comfortable to me. Fell in love with the board. Honestly, I fell in love. So every night since then, I started going on Google and I started reviewing boards, started researching, started learning about different boards, finding out like the most expensive, like your LaCroix boards, to your affordable Chinese boards. I started doing all my research on all the companies. So I stumbled across this company called evolveboards.com. And I liked what they had. They had this board right here. It's the Evolve Carbon GTR. And so I ordered the board and it was like right under $2,000. So I ordered the board, it came like a week later. And when I got the board, I pulled it out of the box. I was super excited. You know, I was going from a direct drive, which this is the motor right here. There's 3 different types of motors. This is a direct drive. This is a belt drive. It has belts. And then there's a hub drive where the motor is inside the wheel. I'll touch on that later. But So I started learning about the belt drive. I pull it out of the box, and I get ready to go power it on and you know, charge it, and I wanted to take it out. So I throw it on the charger for a little while, and I wait till it's ready. And right about sunset, I went to go take the board out. So I hit the power button on the Evolve Carbon GTR, and I'd press the button in and it would light up blue, and as soon as I let go of the button, the light would come off. So I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? So I was thinking maybe you double click the button. So I double clicked it, I tried pressing it and holding it for a while. No matter what I did, I could not get this board to stay on. So obviously it was a faulty switch. So there's 8 hex bolts on the top of the board. So I took the board and I took off these 8 bolts that are on here, and I started looking inside the interior of this board. And while I was looking in the interior, I noticed that there was a long battery pack, and then there was this little motherboard looking brain that it was connected to, that the wheels, that the belt drive motor's connected to. So I just kind of saw everything and I was like, wow, this is really a simple board. So I contacted Evolve. They were amazing. I love those guys down at the Evolve boards. Their customer service is amazing. They always get right back to you. And I told them, hey, the power button's not staying on when I power the board on. And I just bought this board. I haven't even ridden it yet. So they sent me a label. They said, no problem, send it back to us. We're gonna check it out. We're gonna fix it under warranty, and we're gonna send it back to you. So needless to say, I was bummed out. I was pissed off, let's put it that way. Because I just spent all this money on this board and I couldn't even ride it. So I kind of was rude in my emails, and you know, was kind of chewing them out why they didn't test the boards and before they shipped it out, and you know. So anyways, needless to say, they contacted me back, and they were like, hey, we fixed the board, we're gonna send it back to you. So I was like, cool. Took about 7 days total. I got it back, and got the board back. I was super excited. It had these big old all-terrain 7-inch wheels that you put air in. I was super excited. So after riding the Evolve board not the Evolve, but the Halo board for 3 weeks, and now switching to an all-terrain board, I was excited. I was really excited. So I love my Halo board. It has noiseless motors. It's super smooth. It's powerful. I love this board. But I wanted to try something else. I wanted to see what else was on the market. So they sent me the board back, and I instantly took it out and I started riding. And I was riding on grass, gravel, dirt. I mean, I was tearing everything up with these all-terrain wheels. So I got done riding it. I brought it inside, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna see what it is that they fixed. So I cracked open the 8 hex bolts again, and I looked and I realized that it was just the power cord is a wire this long. It connected straight into that little motherboard thing that I was looking at, and it had a little screw that holds the button in place, and then they were literally using hot glue to hold the components together, which was pretty genius. But at the time I thought it was kind of janky. Like, I was like, why are they using hot glue? It doesn't make no sense. I didn't really know a lot about electric skateboards at that time. So I started doing my research online, and I realized that little motherboard was called an electronic speed controller, or an ESC. Now I'm like, okay, there's a battery and it connects to this ESC, and the ESC connects to the remote. That's how you adjust your speed. It's how it knows that you're braking. So I was like, you know what? These boards are pretty easy. Like, they seem pretty simple to build. So I turned around and I kind of got infatuated with boards. So I started buying up a bunch of boards. As you can see, I have 15 boards right now. And it's just crazy because this all started just 3 months ago. And now I have my own prototype getting ready to come out. I'm getting ready to test the prototype myself. I've got my own electric board company that I'm starting. It's called 24 Karat Electric Boarding Company. I met an amazing distributor out of New York that is connected to China, and he is the one that's shipping me my prototype right now. And it has a swappable battery. It does 22 to 26 miles per hour. So it's gonna be on the market soon. I will be selling it soon. But before all that happened, just by riding these 2 boards, I fell in love with everything. I fell in love with everything that has to do with electric skateboards. So I started customizing them. I started doing custom grip tapes. I started doing upgraded bushings, upgraded bearings, upgraded pivot cups. So just trying to make the ride better, just trying to make it more custom to me. Again, I'm a bigger rider. I'm 6'2", 225. So I just was looking to make the board custom to me and more comfortable to me. So I didn't know that it was going to turn into this infatuation that I have now, where I just absolutely am addicted to electric skateboards. Anybody that is going through any stress, anybody that's going through any dilemmas in their life, I guarantee you hop on one of these boards and it literally takes everything away. On my social media, those of you that follow me, I call it me time. When I'm out riding these, it's me time. I'm taking it all in. I'm seeing the scenery. I'm enjoying my ride. I'm carving. I'm cutting. It's me time. So yeah. So now I'm gonna start doing electric skateboard reviews because I have pretty much all of the top brands. I kind of stayed away from the expensive, like the LaCroix. And there was another one, there's another board, I can't think of the name right now, but there's another one that's like $4,000 to $6,000 per board. And I'm just not interested in spending that type of money on something that I can get the exact same results out of with these. And these are 2,000 and under, you know? So that's where my story started. And, you know, so now here we are, fast forward, and it's July 1st. And I am just a fanatic. I've got my own board prototype coming, and if I approve it, I'm gonna have my own line of electric skateboards coming out. That's a dual belt drive. So I'm excited, man. This thing just kind of fell into my hands. I'm from Southern California. I was born in San Bernardino, March Air Force Base. My father was in the military, and I grew up boogie boarding and then learning to surf, surfing, and then snowboarding and skateboarding. And so this is just like second nature to me, you know? And I haven't skateboarded, snowboarded, or surfed or boogie boarded in probably 10 years. So to be able to get back up on these boards, it just brings this feeling of enjoyment out of me that I've missed for all these years. So yeah, that's who I am. That's my story. And you guys stay tuned. I'm going to be doing reviews on all these boards. I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons. And I'm here to enlighten you on what these boards are about, what their pros are, what their cons are, so that I can help you decide what kind of board you're interested in. So me personally, I love the direct drive motors. This is the direct drive. It's a motor right next to the wheel. It's a noiseless motor. It's very powerful. However, I like the belt drives that Evolve makes because they're so customizable. You can change the gears and the teeth for a quicker acceleration with a slower top speed, or you can change it and make it a smaller gear that has a faster top speed with a slower acceleration. So they're fully customizable, and that's something that I love about the Evolve boards. So yeah, you guys stay tuned. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, interact with me. I'll be interacting with all you guys. And man, much love to the electric skateboard world, man. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for bringing this out. Evolve, Halo, Revel kits. You guys are amazing, man. I just absolutely love you guys. So shout out to my fellow YouTubers as well. Fabi, I watch a lot of Fabi's videos. He's an amazing dude. Ronnie Sarmiento, I like him as well. So yeah, man, you guys stay tuned. This is my first video, and this is just my backstory. I just wanted you guys to kind of hear how I jumped into this sport, and it's something that I love now. So I never thought I would have turned it into a business. I'm now buying boards that are broke and refurbishing them, and you know, buying boards and upgrading them and reselling them, and I'm selling like 3 to 5 boards a week right now. So it's really good. I'm very blessed. I'm very excited about this. I have a lot of people asking me about boards, so these videos are to help you guys understand a little bit more about these boards, and so it can help you make a decision on what you're interested in and what kind of riding you like. Do you like to ride off-road? Do you like to ride it? You know, a lot of guys like to ride dirt bike tracks and dirt bike trails. Then you got guys like me that like to ride street, you know. So I'm going to be going over everything for you guys. I have a huge parts compartment over here with, I don't know, maybe 50 sets of different types of wheels. So I'm going to be going over wheels, doing wheels reviews. I'm going to do reviews on the boards. And yeah, man, you guys stay tuned. I'm blessed. I appreciate y'all. And e-skate, baby. Ha!